I'm here at the Canon stand with Mark Patavan, and we're going to talk printers.
Yes.
What's new with Canon this year?
So we've had quite a big refresh since August of last year, and basically we've now refreshed all our Pro print range. So I'm going to talk to you about every one, who they're probably suited to, as well as some key features. So try and get in a smaller overview, but there's quite a lot to each machine.
Fantastic. All right, what do we start with?
So we got first the Pro 200 just behind me here.
Right.
So yeah, this is great starting point into the professional journey. So we've got two types of inks. There's dye-based and pigment-based. So this is the top line of dye. So if you're a home user, you're familiar with them, hyper-realistic, really rich colors. So if you want a professional machine that will deliver, like really vibrant reds and over-the-top colors, it's brilliant for that. So great like graphic artists, students, and even photographers who maybe who do prioritize flowers or creatures that got bright colors. So yeah, it's got pretty much common across them all, two types of paper feed. So you can take your more premium papers, as well as your main glosses and your professional satins and lusters and things like that. So it works with our papers as well as a majority, pretty much all the third-party papers there.
Fantastic. And then we'll move on to the Pro 310.
310, yep. So the Pro 310 is just coming out in the next couple of weeks, but was announced at the end of January. So this is replacing our very popular Pro 300. So there's a couple of differences. Basically, the whole ink set now matches what the Pro 1100 does, which is the new Lucia Pro 2 inks. So you're getting this scratch resistance on your gloss-based printing. You're getting longer life. So if you're an exhibitor or you're putting in a gallery, you're going from 60 years worth of light resistance to 200 years of light resistance. So that's key for somebody who's wanting that print to last in an exhibition style. The maximum printing, which both models had originally, was 990.60. Or 39 inches long. It now increased to 1.8 meters. So if you like your long panoramics, you can now achieve it with this. And there was a couple of new sizes, 11 new sizes. I'll just grab one of them out. A borderless A5, that's really big for card makers. They've always asked for borderless A5. And then a few other little tweaks and parts. But it's a 310, so it's not a full overhaul. Where we'd expect a bigger number jump, like the Pro 1000 became the 1100. So, like I said, it's taking everything was great about the original model and refining it and taking it to the next level within its customer base, like its audience, and that's great for, like I said, camera clubs, exhibitionists, and photographers starting off in the pigment journey. So you're getting the longevity, accurate contrast, and monochrome results.
Fantastic machine for camera club competitions, for example?
Yes, it'd be a good starting point because you've got the you go from 8 colors to 10 colors now, and one of them being a chroma optimizer. So that's really good for when you're you want your blacks to look like black, or you don't want that bronzing effect on your black and whites. That can basically reduce it and help improve your colors and your black density.
Fantastic. Right, that's the Pro 310.
310, yeah.
And then we're moving over to this machine. That's the follow-up to the Pro 1000, I guess.
Yes, so 8.5 year wait for a lot of people, constantly asking when we were replacing it. So this was end of August, very popular. This now moves from an A3 Plus, which the other two were, to A2, or 17-inch maximum width, so 1.2 meters. And then that's been expanded to long form, so it's 3,276.7 mil, so it's the maximum length you can have on this, so almost 3.3 meter long panoramic prints at 17-inch wide. You've got huge inks at the bottom here, so 80 mil capacity compared to the 13.2 and the 14.4 on the 310 and the 200S. As well as you've got accounting software. So if you're a business or studio education facility and you want to track the cost per print accurately, input your media data and your consumable data, and it'll give you an accurate cost per print, which is fantastic.
So not only fantastic choice for camera club competitions, but also for slightly more professional printing, maybe photo studios.
Yeah, studios, education, professional photographer, those looking to sell, those looking to exhibit. It's our widest range colours, so the red band, you might see that on our lenses, luxury lenses. We use the red band to signify 12 colours, our best performance, in it, and you'll see that moving into large format printing. You'll always see the red band if it's a 12-colour system.
Fantastic. But these printers are not everything. I've also seen some little handheld portable printers over there.
So yes, so we got the Zoe Minis and the Selfish. So I'll start with the Zoe Mini. So this is a zinc technology, so zero ink. It basically heats up crystals to create the colors. So it's a nice 3x2 little print, so it's re-stickable. So that's nice that you can have that on the go. And then we've got our Selfie series, the QX, which is a smaller square of print. And then you've got our CP1500, very popular. It's been around the CP series, so for your 6x4 printing. So these are dye sublimation, so again, almost photo lab quality, without having the hassle of changing multiple inks and papers. Everything comes in one box solution.
Fantastic. Mark, thank you so much for speaking to me. It's definitely education. I was interested in the Pro 1000 originally, but I might definitely have a look at this one. But I've come over to talk to Tom at the Canon stand about your new lineup of hybrid lenses. Tom, what's new?
Well, so really exciting. We now have the hybrid zooms and hybrid prime lenses. So this is now aimed at both photographers but also filmmakers. So as the industry grows and more people are starting to shoot video as well as photo, especially with our great hybrid cameras, obviously we would need a lens set that kind of combines in well with that. So we have the hybrid primes here. So we have the 24, 35 and 50mm f1.4s. Great thing with these is, as well as fantastic photo capabilities from a video point of view, they have a brand new VCM motor, so really quiet motor for video side of things, also really fast. Also they have a new declicked iris ring as well on all of the lenses now, and in a really compact form factor. And the great thing is they all match, so in terms of size and weight and feel, they're all a really great size to be able to pair well. And image-wise, they all match up really nicely as well. So it's kind of the perfect set of lenses if you was going to buy, any set of primes, and this will be the ones. On the zoom side of things, we have the 24-105 f2.8, which is a kind of milestone in terms of lenses, something that was never possible before on something like the EF mount. Because a lot of people for a long time have always wanted that focal length, but of course we've only ever had it in f4, so now having it in a 2.8 is fantastic. And of course on the 7200 side of things, we already have the other RF 7200, but that was more a compact travel style lens. But people requested an internal zoom, which is great for those, we're kind of trying to balance it on, say, a gimbal rig or something like that. So now having the matching pair is perfect. Other features you gain within these lenses is they are electronic parfocal as well. So it actually uses the dual nano USM motors to correct for the focus. So if you're in manual and you zoom in and zoom out, the focus will stay exactly where it is as you zoom the lens. So really exciting set of new lenses we've brought to the market.
Maybe we should just say that for those of you listening or watching who are predominantly stills photographers, we'll talk about hybrid lenses. What does that actually mean, hybrid lens?
It basically just means that it ticks both boxes. So for those that are into their photography, they can now actually start to get into the video world, and they've got video-centric features. So like things like the electronic parfocal, the minimal focus breathing, the declicked iris ring, all of these features, but you can still use them and get fantastic photos. You don't have to buy dedicated lens, per photography and video.
There you have it. Canon's brand new line of hybrid lenses. Fantastic, no matter whether you're shooting stills or video. And we all know that video is becoming more and more important.
It is, yeah. And I think as the world evolves, people are now being asked all the time now, can you shoot me some video, can you shoot me some photo, all on the same day? So having a lenses that can do it all really ticks all the boxes.
Well, for somebody like me, this is perfect. I'm very excited to try them out. Tom, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much. Good to see you again. Probably see you at the podcast show again.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that clip, then press here for the full episode in glorious Technicolor. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe.